I would actually describe this as a looming catastrophe.
How are you?
Professor David James's life work is unlocking the secrets of type 2 diabetes, one of the biggest health threats around the world.
Australia has always hit well and truly above its weight in research. Some of the discoveries that we've got on our track record are spectacular.
Showered with global awards, he fears young staff in his labs face an unhealthy outlook.
If we keep going the way we are, there'll be nothing left.
Professor James is in an elite tier. He'll survive the pandemic-induced upheaval. His students, maybe not.
Already, our young people are turning their backs on a career in science.
Elise Needham won the university's science medal and has dedicated her life to the health of others. She reckons her own prospects are on life support.
People my age, a lot of us expect that we will need to leave science.
Researchers have been largely shielded from job cuts for now, but overseas institutions are ready to nab our best and brightest.
I think the future is uncertain for us.
As campuses across the country grapple with the end of a golden decade of growth, Education Minister Dan Tehan wants them to wait just a few more days for a research plan developed with uni management.
I've listened, I've obviously presented a case to the government, and the Treasurer will have more to say on this in the budget next Tuesday.
An even bigger change, the biggest shake-up of unis in decades, called Job Ready Graduates, may pass the Senate next week if one more crossbencher supports it. Humanities students would have their degrees more than double in cost, but agriculture, science and maths would be slashed. The university's peak lobby group backs it, wanting funding certainty and 30,000 extra student places.
We think what we've done in working with the sector is be able to deliver a package which ensures that we'll be able to have more places for graduates.
The Job Ready Graduates package is going to make it harder and more expensive for people to get an education.
There's scepticism too, from the more than 12,000 uni staff like 64-year-old David Adamson, who've already lost their jobs.
To actually have this pulled away at my age actually is pretty distressing, because the chances of getting it elsewhere are very minimal.
David lives in a church, but the gods have not been kind. He was sacked via email 3 years short of retirement, in the worst employment climate in his lifetime.
When these things sort of fall apart, all of one's life, my life just feels less certain.
The dreams of thousands of non-academic professional staff like Brooke Reid have become nightmarish too. She thought she'd hit the jackpot, landing a job at Monash's Matheson Library, where she's worked for 3 years.
I really love my job at Monash University because I was able to work with staff and students really one-on-one and really help them with whatever their goals were.
Now Brooke's left wondering how to make ends meet.
I feel like many other people losing their jobs in academia right now, we really are passionate about the work we do, but now we sort of just have to leave.
Labor and the Greens blame these job losses on a government it says denied universities JobKeeper and has given only modest relief as unis face a $4.6 billion revenue loss this year.
Well, the sector is in the worst state I've seen it in decades. I know one thing for sure. The universities are our fourth largest export earner. If this decimation was happening in coal or gas or iron ore, the government would be there to help.
The government points to new figures from the Department of Employment showing university jobs have been lost at half the rate of the rest of the economy.
That to me points to the fact that our $18 billion commitment guarantee on Easter Sunday this year has helped put some ballast into the sector.
The Education Minister argues universities' best option is its Job Ready Graduates program, which does guarantee increased funding and extra student spots.
We've been working very cooperatively with the sector to help them through this pandemic.
But just hours after this interview, he suffered a setback, with Independent Senator Jackie Lambie making it clear she'll never vote for the bill.
Where's the number of 100,000 extra places by 2030 come from? What, did they just pluck that out of their clacker, mate?
That means there's just one last crossbencher for the government to get the numbers it needs for this to become law. And as uni staff ranks get thinner, the future of institutions that have traditionally provided a pathway to better jobs remains uncertain and bleak.
There's definitely an ideological war from the government.
No one foresaw COVID-19 at the beginning of the year. No one foresaw that the international student market would be cut off at the knees.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.